Hi, this is me. I Get Real. I finally watched a reseller video. I haven't been watching them lately. I remember the last one I watched. It was Rockstar Flipper. I don't remember what he was talking about. I watched Sophia. Watched a couple of Tinder dating. People went crazy. They had bad experiences. And I watched Rusty 78609. I haven't been watching Homestead videos. I forget. Hobby Farm. This has been a horrible day. I was still in bed when this guy said that we didn't have any chemistry, and I think this guy thinks that I'm not being truthful about my weight, but my kid's like, if someone cares about your weight, you need to get on Tinder or your looks. And I was like, oh, that's where I met him. So I was gonna take a picture, a full body picture, and put it on there, on the website last night, but I was so exhausted I got lost on my way home. It scared me. I was like, you need to sleep. So today, I just feel super, super sick. Like, I started feeling worse and worse, and I was sick Thursday. I feel so bad. My goal today, I have more than one goal, but my first goal was to get to the post office the gas station before they closed, and then I didn't go to a store. I think Winco's open until 6. Fred Meyer, I don't even know. I looked it up, but I have no money for food. I had to pay all this money for all these things for my business, and my business hasn't been bringing money in, and I'm hoping to God that it's worth investment. And I was watching videos, sitting in bed, feeling sick. About 20 minutes ago, I was standing with a really bad stomachache. Someone gave me these walnuts, and I ate 2 bowls of them, like 2 handfuls, and I have the worst stomachache. I was standing up, laying over my bed, and I just fell asleep. And I was like, oh, I feel so sick. And so I go down to get more walnuts because I thought I was hungry, and I ran out of almonds, and I ended up coming back to wrap these gifts that are in this bag for my son and my pets and my family. And I'm like, why did I buy all this stuff? My son comes in and starts hollering about, oh, you're just going to sit around in bed all day? I'm hungry. Oh, you left the pizza out. And I was like, you said that pizza was old, and I left it out so I could throw it away. Like, make room in the fridge, you know? And it's like, you said you weren't going to eat it. It's old. Now you're downstairs yelling because I left it on the counter. I was like, because I need to get a new garbage bag and throw it out. I've been feeling so sick since last week. It is kicking my butt. Like, it's just stomach aches, headaches, and body is just completely void of any energy. And I made that video this morning. I don't think I posted it yet. And I just set an alarm. I had made that video, and I started crying, and I was just going on and on. So it won't be short. It was like an hour and 10 minutes. If I could hack it into 3 sections and make it 22 minutes each or whatever, excuse me, then I would do that. Excuse me. Or I used to be more than 22. Whatever it is. Yeah, it would be like 22. I am justifying this argument with this guy and with my son. So making myself sit here and wrap this. And I was wrapping his gift, which is some stinky gloves. These aren't, he needs waterproof gloves, but I don't know if he even has regular gloves that fit, so I'm going to have to get him waterproof gloves. It's wet out here. Actually, he had his gloves from last year. I don't know what happened to them. I was sitting here wrapping him his gift, and I hear knocks, so I'm trying to hide everything. And I'm like, I got charting to do. I've got my business to run, and I haven't touched. It's taken me 2 years to make my daughter's Christmas gift from last year, and I have to clean the animal cages. My car is a mess. I'm applying for jobs, like all of this stuff, and it's like, so all of this stuff, and I'm gonna turn the mess into a message. One of our superiors, this guy knows I was supposed to apply for higher level, higher up than I am now, management position. Instead, I applied for a different job. For whatever reason, doing application in the night. It's my fault. I had low self-esteem. I thought, part of me was like, don't worry. They said, oh, apply for the job, the management position, not this entry-level minimum wage. Don't worry. They said, we'll bump you up. As fast as you're willing to learn, that's as fast as you'll move up to that level. And I was like, some spots on my bed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so mad. I was like, I had my pen and everything, and I'm mad. Oh, check it out. And then the timer was going to go off soon. So that guy is no longer working for the company. So I don't have anything in writing. And everybody else that was in management was like, oh my God, you do such a good job. Oh my God, you're such a fast learner. Oh my God, you need to get promoted. They said that same thing at my other job. And what did they do? They gave my hours to some flake that never came to work and still lied and said she'd be to work even 30 minutes longer or more than she was. She would say, if you're supposed to be there 5.5 hours, she'd put 6-7 hours and get paid for it. They never checked up on her just to get more free money. And I was so mad because I lost my benefits because I went under hours. I was so mad. So that job, the managers were saying, oh, you're so good at this, you need to be promoted, and and you need to do like the lead or move up. I said, yeah. They're like, I'm going to tell the supervisor, and then they'd see me again, like, why are you still here at this position? You should do management. And I was like taking care of stuff, working with the store management, training new employees, and doing all the stuff you're supposed to do as a manager, but they don't promote you. They don't give you the extra hours or the extra pay or the minimal hours. The bare minimum hours that I used to have would have got me at least the vacation time. And the other hours, it would have made it so I would have to have 7 jobs too. So those people that have control, but they said they put in a good word and state when they did their surprise inspections and stuff, state their findings. And they're like telling me over and over. Another employee got promoted up, and she'd only work 1 day a week. She got promoted up. She goes, oh my God, you need to contact our supervisor and ask for a promotion. Like, oh my God, like she kept texting, like, oh my, have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? I said something. They were like, oh yeah, let me check with my boss. Never heard back. And I said, you know what? Just forget it. I said I'll just work the job. It was paying a few dollars more than minimum wage. Then minimum wage kept going up, and the income stayed the same. And I was like, oh, what? Like, I was like, this is crazy. Then I saw some of our management positions be eliminated, and those people got demoted. And the friend who told me to text the boss or email the boss said she also got demoted. And I was like, I might as well stay, because I know how it is when you, like my other job, you have different job codes, and one is minimum wage and one is higher than minimum wage. If you're clocked in as a minimum wage, you're still doing the work as a manager. For me, so certain managers, they get paid the same amount. So they don't have to take an hourly pay cut. And that's really painful to be doing all the work as a manager. Hold on. And because it's not just the pay, it's the stress and the liability. You're liable for stuff, and the training and all of the stuff you get in trouble for other people's behavior, I don't think that's worth minimum wage, in my opinion. And then the fact that you're still making less than the regular workers in that position. If there's tips, there's no guarantee that you'll get tips. Or like me, I'm a tired black woman, and so it's like I haven't got as high tips as the other guys. No matter how polite I am, I've gotten people giving me a serious stink eye. I had people glaring at me while they signed the thing with a 0 on it. I thought I was going to get lynched. I want to send my son to a ski trip somewhere in the mountains. I'm like, so he comes in like, you're just gonna sit in bed all day. I was like, this sounds like my abusive relatives back east and my ex-husband, and I hate it. And these men that I've been talking to have been reminding me, it's like, A, are these men like this and they expect me to submit to them because of who I am, because I'm a black woman? They expect me to be their servant? Or are these people, I don't know. Is that how everybody is? Then I get in arguments and stress my daughter out because I'm like, oh heck no. I try to tell my son, out in public, people are being rude and nasty and just getting in my face, looking like they're going to punch me. And they have no manners. They don't tip. They let the door slam in your face. You could be on crutches, holding a bunch of blocks, trying to get to work on time because you had to park 3 blocks away. And the doctor didn't give you a handicap sticker after you got injured in a car accident, all this stuff. And you're like, like people look at you, see you coming. You're about to be like, thank you for holding. Slam. And then you're like, fall all over the place with all these boxes. I tried to tell my son recently, I was like, I'm getting tired of these people. Why are they like that? Is it because of who I am? They look at me and say, you're not worthy. I'm like, or did their mothers not teach them respect and being polite and to help others? So I said to my son, like, we know that my kids have some manners in public and stuff, but it's like, you need to treat people with respect, and I don't need you. If I'm the mom and the only parent, you don't have a fatherly figure to see a good example. You need to, all that my son heard growing up was from white men telling me in front of my kids how much our life sucks. From privileged class people telling me that I'm a horrible mom for one reason, because I'm single or because I was in med school. And I sure as heck had a whole lot more breaks when in med school than I do now. I sure as heck have a whole lot more breaks. Or I used to have a lot more breaks when I was in medical school than I do working. Especially these low-paying jobs. When I had higher-paying jobs, it balanced out. And being at the university, that job also was, you also got the breaks. You got the money and the breaks and no debt. Let me pause this. And back. I didn't even put moisturizer in my hair. That's how bad it is. I didn't even put moisturizer in my hair after I washed it. The first day, it's still damp, and it's like yesterday. And I use conditioner, but it feels so dry and unhealthy, but it gets worse. It sounds like you put more moisturizer, it gets worse and worse. It's like it just starts breaking off. And it's like, God help me, what is wrong with my hair? I felt really sad. I'm gonna set a 20-minute timer. I felt really sad with that guy. I already had some stress because he kept bringing up my kids, and that guy, the one guy I met on online dating, was bringing up my kids and my job and how I work too much, and I don't think I couldn't ever, like, there's one guy, and I had mentioned, does your kid, they were like sitting there bored on Thanksgiving week, I'm like, does your kid like to go out in nature? I just asked the question. Does your kid like to go out in nature? Like that's, they had some more of the, so here it is. I had, just asked, like, that simple question. He didn't answer it. So I was telling someone, God, I don't even know if he has a kid. He started answering, well, yeah, but something. I never got the rest of the, this guy kept saying how bored he was, how bored I had to come to his house, and I'm like, this is a complete stranger who was way the heck far away from me. It would take, on a slow traffic, on a decent day, it would at least take half an hour to get out there. I'm like, oh my God, like, and this other guy bailed on me twice, and now nobody's talking to me. Nobody's talking to me online right now. I'm like freaking out. So back to the reseller. I should really, let's see, where did I watch it on? US Bulk Lots or something? US Bulk Lots, I think it was. She had stated, I was Lindy Glenn. I forget if that's the name of the company. She said she did her liquidation. Jeans, 2 types of jeans. New jeans, 99 cents, and then Class A jeans, used, $2.99. And she said she wanted a pallet or bulk purchase. She gave a credit card number. And everything looked legit. It looked just like any other. She's a liquidator, or it looked like any other website. And she gave the authorization. They're going to call them in 2 hours to set up shipment. And she didn't, because she didn't know. She sent a chat to ask them if they, I should be sending a chat to ask them if they could do the shipment. She was like, she wasn't sure what the price was going to be, or whatever. Like, don't worry, we'll authorize your card, or we'll put a hold on your card or whatever to hold your items, and then we'll contact you over the phone about the shipment. And she got busy and everything. Nothing happened, so she went to, I don't know if she said it was automated. I feel like she said it was automated, but she said it looked more legit because she had the text through the chat and she got a response. So I don't know. So later on, she was like, she was gonna do her busyness. She called the bank. Said, I don't know, is this legit? It wasn't that it's legit. She thought maybe a company closed down. They saw their website up. So she said, US Bulk Lots or something like that .com. She said, don't go to the website just in case it has virus. And she thought maybe they closed down. There's no charges, no holds, nothing. And the bank didn't say put a hold. I saw this from my bank. It wasn't there in the past. I had misplaced, my child had misplaced a debit card once. And I think we were out of the house. So I was like, okay, we're going to call. They're saying, do you want to place a hold on it? I don't know. If I don't find it in an hour at home, when I get back home, then I'll put a hold on it. So now you can do that online. I probably would have put a hold on the card. The only problem is if you put a hold on the card. So she ended up with several fraudulent bank transactions. And they didn't do the food or the clothing at all. It wasn't for the clothing, like thousands of dollars. It's almost like they could have scammed for more money. That sucks, but they did fraudulent. They probably were getting ready to do more bigger transaction in the middle of the night, and then she had to call the bank and say, "Okay, this is fraud. Shut off the card." And these guys were buying auto parts, and it sucks because if she had put a hold on the card for the night, gone back next day and opened the card back up, she wouldn't have known. So that's probably good. She wouldn't have known that they still had her card, and it would have still been accessible. So that's probably the best way to do it, was to check the next morning. Unfortunately, there was fraudulent. The only one thing about the fraudulent activity is potentially the bank or the police to go after these fools. Like, that's the one potential thing. So she raised this video saying that she knew better, or she was stupid, had an off day, and she's so used to ordering this stuff for her company, and it looked really legit. They had Facebook page, Instagram page, all this comments and likes, and she ended up sharing the video, sharing this with her accountability partner, and then sharing this with her live chat people. And the people were mad. They wanted a different video, and then they were mad because she was scam. Like, they were saying, oh, you're stupid. And she's already said 100 times, I know, like, the title of the video and underneath had, I know this was stupid, but if it saves one person from getting scammed, I really appreciate that. I don't know where people get off on getting on somebody's channel, on their chat, to criticize them when they already said that they made a stupid mistake by not. Even she said if she called a company, the numbers were disconnected. So, she called the company. Even if she called the company, she goes, always call the company and check for not reviews, but scam online, Google search. Even if she called the company and someone had that number forward to their voicemail, or somehow they got that number, it was disconnected. They could have got that number somehow from the phone company, and they still could have answered and said, "Oh, I would like to complete your order," and still could have got scammed, right? She could have written down her shipping information, authorized her credit card, or anything, and it would still sound legit. I had a medicine that these kids couldn't find anywhere, or I couldn't find for these people in my clinic, and they were pork-free medications, and I spent like a year trying to find this medicine, and I had gone to the company, and they had it, and I ordered it, and they never sent it. Like, the company who makes them. And I was like, this company is all over the place, all over online, all over Amazon, eBay, everyone in themselves are selling these products. A lot of medications, like supplements and herbal things and beauty products and stuff. And this guy I called, I said, well, I set up an account with you guys a couple years ago, maybe you didn't send it because it's been so long since I ordered. He goes, oh, I remember you, we got your order. That was out of stock. The guy who you talked to on the phone was probably new. And I was like, well, he charged me my credit card, I think, and told me that he had the order. So I was really concerned. So I tried to order it from some other places. They're like sold out, but their website said they weren't sold out. So I went to another company in Florida, and the same thing happened. I ordered the product, I paid for it, $10. It's like, I think what happened to the one I used to buy, it just came from Brooklyn or something. I smell like perfume and tissue paper. I think that's the one they said, do you mind if we reuse products? And I have people that are pork-free that said, please use new products, new packaging. Just to keep it pork-free, I don't know, if it was me, I could have just said no, but they probably reuse it anyway, smell like perfume and everything, but it could just be they're working out of their apartment and everything smells like perfume and laundry detergent and dryer sheets. So I was like, okay, I'm going to order from them. I think they must have been sold out because I got it from them. It was legit. It got here fast. So I ordered it I ordered a couple people from them. I think they're pork-free companies. So basically, ordering supplements from other people and selling it to people like me that only want like one or two, not the whole case. The other place like, oh, we're all out. We'll call you in a couple of weeks. We can't break open a case just to sell you one or two. We need, so they were selling, so say I wanted like a case of 20 or they were probably selling me a case of 20. I didn't need that much because one time I bought it, the patient claimed they looked at it later on and it was expired, but I don't know. Because I personally, so it'll last like 2 months. So I personally was like, they're expired, what? Like, some of my meds, they say date of manufacture on them, and the people can't read, so I wasn't sure because I didn't see the container. So I had ended up just getting it from this other company, like this third company, and they said they took the payment online, said the product was available, paid the shipping or whatever, and I waited days or weeks, and I never got the product. So I called this company, and they're like, oh, hello, what's your name? And I'm like, I ordered this product. They're like, you did? So I tell them my name. He's like, oh, I'm driving right now. Let me call you back. And I was like, that's weird. So imagine this guy driving around sunny Florida on some fancy, like, one of those American, he had an accent, so it reminded Middle Eastern driving the 500. Was that Chrysler? 500. I see some giant American car, like pimping, going down the highway. I'm gonna call you back. And so I was like, all right. And so I saved. They called back like from a cell phone number, some different number or something. And I said, oh my god, it wasn't that much. And I said, oh my god, information. I waited a few days and I did get a refund. Thank God. So basically, it, I was like, thank God. So I had two companies had this stuff on sale, for sale, and they didn't have product in stock, and they didn't contact me when they got the product in stock. That guy said, "Oh yeah, your order's right on the top of my desk. I'll call you right as soon as somebody wants less than one." I personally, this product was sold out in a lot of places, or it was really expensive on Amazon. I might have bought on Amazon that time. That lady, actually, I think I ended up buying on Amazon, but they wanted this that said it was expired. It's like, who knows? I mean, on Amazon's got a closet for stuff for how long it's going to last. Even the manufacturer could have made too much. But I think if I was, so it told me two business things. The first one that came to mind while I was talking, just keeping stock of your inventory, making sure you have the product, especially on eBay. If you're a zero website, you just issue a refund, but that's still a hassle because then people are scared to. I'm scared to call these people anymore. And it took me like a really long time, and the client is not even taking the product. And I was like, give it back to me. Oh my god. The second thing is, I think if I was making the products, so the thing is, they could be making them in China and getting these big boxes and selling. Say they had 100 in a box, a big box, and so the people could sell this crap for $2-3 a container plus like $7 shipping or something ridiculous. They're probably getting these boxes or these bottles 50 cents or less, so they can bulk sell 100 and make a lot more money. Bulk selling a lot more money because they're selling volume versus selling me one. But like they might have sold me. So say they got for 50 cents. What is that? 50 times 100? $5 or something? I don't even know the math right now. Instead of selling me, like they'd make more of a profit by bulk. But at the end of talking about the guy in the car, I was thinking, oh, if I had a company like that, I mean, if I had 10 boxes in there, and I'm waiting for a shipment from China, or because they're probably not making it if I sitting in their house. If I had these boxes full of the product, and I knew that I had these customers getting this product all the time, and they only want 100 packs, I mean, I can see where they could say, no, I can't sell it to you, because they want to sell those 10 as full packs. Because when their 10th client calls, like, oh, sorry, there's only 90 in this pack. You want it per item? Like, no, we want a full box. We'll wait. So you're going to miss out on a sale. And so I could see that. But I feel like if I had enough product that was in demand, if the supply is low, it's in demand, I would open it and sell it. Especially if they're selling it on Amazon. If they're selling it on Amazon, then they're selling it by individual packs. They're selling it to distributors bulk. So that medication has like kind of driven me crazy. Everything else that I have from med school was almost 100% pork. There are a few vegan options. There are a lot of kosher options, and these kosher options I found are they contain alcohol. I found quite a few that contain alcohol, and that was something that I was avoiding as well. So kosher and halal is not the same. Going back to online dating, I gotta set my timer. I'm gonna set this. I gotta put the kids' food back away in 10 minutes. I feel really nauseated about online dating. I feel really sad. I feel like I'm wasting my time and energy, and I can't get what I want all the time. If I had 2 weekends or 2 days off in September, and I waited till I had October. I knew I had at least 2 3-day weekends, including on my birthday weekend. If I knew that I had, this is a present here. If I knew, I said, oh, I'm going to meet with someone, they have a regular schedule or whatever, flexible work schedule, or I want all those 3 days. Maybe they can meet up with me casually. Maybe we have to meet halfway. And I did make them plan some of those weekends, or someone said they want to hang out, and then they didn't follow through. And so then people are like, you're too busy. I was like, dude, when I had 6 days off, you bailed on me. And when I had 3 days off on Thanksgiving and it turned in 4 days because my event got canceled, it got postponed, and one guy I was supposed to go out with, I was down to try to go out Thanksgiving night. And so I was like, okay, what just happened? Thanksgiving night. I don't want to hold a stranger's hand and be like, excuse me, mister, can you meet me? Like, I've done this before. Can you meet me at the Starbucks on blank and blank? Or, oh, you live over there. Do you want to meet me at, like, I mean, it's silly, the grocery store. A public place, I don't care. You could take it somewhere else. It's just me, just see, like, hi, here's my cheerful face. Ah, here's my aura. Like, it's not just pictures. Like, I cannot judge from a picture. I can judge some from a picture because I'm really sensitive. But I think most people can't just judge from a picture and, you know, poor grammar and text messages. I personally, the biggest things that stand out to me is when they have aggressive behavior. Then that is something that I see. You can see it in pictures. Really raunchy, disgusting, sociopathic gestures that they're doing are sociopathic. It's just nasty. It's just like, I wish I didn't see that image because now it's burnt into my brain. It's etched into my brain. And you're like, even if this guy is joking, like there's this other guy and he added a picture after I saw his other two, and this picture is creepy as heck. And I was like, oh heck no, that was not there before. Either that or, like, I actually know it was not there before. I would have, like, said pass. I would have totally said pass. So, I don't want to judge someone on a picture, but, the men in the toilets, the men in the porta potty, the men kissing on a bunch of women for the first profile picture, that kind of stuff, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Like, I try to even sometimes be like, oh, who knows who that is in their picture. I don't know who these people are. I don't want to just judge somebody from their looks. This guy is completely smoking a bomb. It's a trigger for me to see. It's always like the beer, the alcohol, the pot in their pictures. There's some wine. I don't care what these people do. I'm getting a lot of no's here. I'm gonna just not be on that. I don't care what people do, but being in recovery, that I see it and I say, I don't have any friends in recovery. What's the point? I even tell my kid, oh, some people drink because people teach them that. I know that is a coping mechanism. Or they smoke, even smoke cigarettes, smoke pot, whatever. Oh my god, I'm burning incense as a coping mechanism. I'm burning candles. I'm not judging these people. I'm only said it out loud to my kid. Because I'm in recovery, I'm trying to tell myself not to relapse because of somebody else. Or for myself. For certain feelings. It's really hard to see the pictures now because I haven't had relationships with people, like not relationships, but like friendship support system from people in my recovery groups. For most of the time I've been in there, I had some sporadic people that I could add to my phone list. I have none now. Zero. My doctor said I could call him. I had to remember, I just popped to mind. This guy's not always in the country. I'm going to say, if anything, just call this dude's number and leave a message. That's what I gotta do, guys. I'm scared of this nuts. I had the worst stomach ache. I'm like really freaking out. I ate some carrots and they were super good. I don't know what's wrong with me. It was a bad stomach ache. I had bad stomach aches when I was first year medical school, and I had to just change and do that brat diet or whatever. Apple bread or banana apple, rice and toast. I don't know if they gave me the brat diet, but I had done something where it was like basic. I just remember apple slices. I was so, they were like, oh my god, like the students were palpating my abdomen, like, oh my god, it's so inflamed. And I was like super scared because I had never had this intense. I went to go take a test and I was like, oh, like I was like, I'm thinking I'm gonna die. And I think it might have been a test I just got rid of that was a really bad grade. So I didn't really think about excused absences, and in my mind I said I should not have taken that test. I'm gonna go watch my video, and I feel really mad. I feel really like in my heart there's men that are abusive in nature, and they're looking for a submissive woman. Now, the biblical sense, or in a big strong, oh my big strong husband will keep us safe. Like in that type of situation, I'm not afraid of. What I'm afraid of is they are seeing a vulnerable, or they're attracted to something from their, if I'm like a victim status, and they're going to try to come in and abuse you and be narcissistic and maybe try to take your money. And these are kind of sensations I'm getting. Is I started setting out boundaries early on, and these guys just flee. Somebody had said they had dated, I think she was black, I think this is the one I watched, she was up in Canada. She goes, it was mostly cocky white baseball players or something, and whoever it wasn't her style, and then she got rid of the account and got it back and went on a date. She wasn't attracted to the guy. She felt bad. She felt bad and she didn't want to do anything else with this guy. And I think it was her. She said she had dated different types of guys, different genres of guys, and that she had gotten, I think this is the same lady, she had gotten lied to, cheated on, or like just, it was a mess. And I hate this. This is like when I got and spoke up about domestic violence, being trapped with no money, no food, no shoes. You're trapped in the middle of a freaking place that's 200 miles from the nearest main road. You're off on a dirt road somewhere in the middle of. I'm thinking exact place between Missouri and Arkansas, in the middle of freaking seriously nowhere. I don't remember seeing birds. It was so vacant. Then you're in the middle of the ocean and you're like, there's no seagulls. What the heck? You start getting close to the shore, you start seeing the birds. That's like you think about. So it's so far away from anything that there's not even any animals. It was a man-made lake. Army Corps engineers, and you get isolated like that. You have nobody, no phone, no police, no shelter. No, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get a newspaper, get a job, and move out into a hotel for a week until I get, myself situated. Like you get stuck. These people pull you out of society, and they totally they do that. They do that thing. Alright, so these are for my kid, and these might be too small, but we don't know. So These are Levi's. These, I don't know if there's any problems, but I should have bought the whole rack from my store. These were $10, and aren't these nice? I think these are these real? Oh my God, I don't think they don't have the Levi's leather on the back. This is the first pair of Levi's I never saw with the leather signature. There's a few strings here and there. I'm just gonna fold them. These might be too small. But we don't know. We're gonna have them try them on. We're gonna take them back, trade them in, or sell them. Or someone here can alter them. I wish I could record while I was doing my charting, but I might just have to check in. It's already getting dark. I feel better getting this off my chest, but unfortunately, I feel really, I don't feel good about the online dating. Guys are asking me how long I've been single, how's my experience on the site, and I'm like, I am a mess. Like, I am still single, and I know that part of it is my pickiness when they ask me to, like, hang out in the middle of the night at, like, 1 in the morning. Someone asked me your place or mine. Someone just asked me if I would be friends with benefits. I never responded. I'm gonna respond. No. I started saying now to people, like, will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do a threesome? Will you do... I'm like, no. And so I'm speaking up. Some guy was trying to get me to be like, this is going to be the best sex you ever had. I'm like, who said I was having sex with you? And I was just like, this guy kept talking to me, and I was just like, this is nice having a guy talk to me, but he totally broke it off with me in the middle of the night, because I think he wanted nudie shots of my privates. And I was like, oh, heck no. So I had to learn not to do stuff that I was like, I wasn't leading him on, and there was a couple of guys that I said, I didn't say it was nice talking to them or nice having someone talk to you, but I was like, dude, I'm not trying to be a cheese or lead you on, because that's not who I am. So I had stated that a couple of times. This guy looks like he's on drugs. I had stated that a couple of times, and and these people were like, hello, you're gorgeous. Are you interested in being friends with benefits? That's because they know of. He's gonna delete me. This guy says, you're gorgeous. A lot of people are like freaked out by the way I look, and my pictures are bad. These guys are probably really just using that line. They wouldn't think. That's weird. Bunch of women's jewelry in the background. I was like, there's definitely women's jewelry unless this guy's cross-dressing. Try his mom's house. Or his wife. I'm going to put that. It's weird that it doesn't say So they did cross out the Levi's signature. They drew a Sharpie line through it. And so it would probably be really hard to resell. Like getting something out from Target at Goodwill. It's really hard to get. I think I just throw it away. I'm almost out of olive oil. I didn't even think to get any yesterday. I'm gonna sit and watch Sophia 2017. I know it's a 2017 Fly Lady. I'm gonna commit to doing that this year. I never make promises or commitments, but if I can't stay on task, then I'm either being too lazy or working too much. That's gonna be my gauge. It's less friend, less accountability. It's gonna be my gauge. This is done. I'm gonna put some more tape in this one. Usually I just use a little bit. Messy. I'm gonna look this up on eBay. I won't want to sell it if it has Sharpie for it, unless they were used. Oops. Take one of these. Hold it backwards because it has a smiley face in it. I'm gonna clean up stuff or clean under the couch cushions. Oh shit, I'm trying to shove it in there. We're gonna ask this grocery store or the just gonna ask the department store for boxes. Gift boxes, I didn't. Alright, let's look this up. I'm gonna also look up Levi's signature. I never heard of them. I have a Levi's, I think, Denizen that I got from my, and they smell like mothballs for like a year. It took a long time. Someone's telling me it's $21.99. And these ones here have this one I see here has the leather on them. So here's a new $14 for $12.90 shipping. All of these do not. All of these have the. This is the first time I ever saw Levi's without the leather on them. Like, these ones all have the leather on them. And these are used to hole in the butt. The heck? The hole in the butt. That's weird. I sold stuff with a hole in the butt too. Let's see. Somewhere in your pocket. This guy just said, I have taken accurate pictures of this item to the best of my ability. Rise 13.5. Waist 20. They didn't do insane. Oh, I guess this guy's pants. 40 by 30. Let's go to the barrel list and see what they have to say about. Because I would have someone think that that would be a counterfeit. What happened to my barrel list? There it is. I feel better now. Thank God. Because I was sitting in that bed. Hello, Levi's. Scroll down on Levi's. Levi's Strauss and Company. Alright, so I'm going to skim it. Counterfeits, no, the manufacturers are counterfeits illegal, criminal, civil penalties, trademarks. Dockers, I have Dockers, Levi, patent. So no copying copyright materials. Not allowed and will result in eBay notification and eBay auction. You can use your own digitally produced images. Let's go to, I'm trying to blank on a page. This guy named Shane Titus, his phone number came up as someone tried to text me, and it was, their name was like supposed to be Morgan or something, and that guy was, the phone number came up as Shane Titus. He's 38. In a different state than this guy was supposed to be from, and the website he was on, I bet it said his last, a couple of his locations, probably GPS tracked, and where any other place the phone number came from. So they had asked for my bank account information. Signature, Levi's, I'm going to say, no leather, tag. Let's see what it says. These jeans are $285, $168. They stopped putting leather pouch on its jeans because it became too red tab. I don't even see the red tab on it. They typically come with a signature yellow tag in the back. How to spot fake. No, that's eBay. How to spot fake. Oh, these are vintage. Shoot, I clicked on it. It's from the UK. That's a really bad idea. I have a lot of some large sizes of Levi's. I think even my Denizen ones have a tag on it. Denizen, Levi's, Chelsea, and Dockers, and Levi's. Well, we're not selling anything right now because those are, they don't have a tag and it has a line scratched through it. I gotta put the food away. So, I'm gonna try to ask for this. Not this for me. I can't find the Aquafresh. Always use the Kids Parent line. This mint. I don't even want mint. Sparkle Fun. All these cashew walnuts, hazelnut sessions. I don't like getting this. I think it has I think it has contaminated with meat, egg, milk, etc. I'm gonna have to change my diet again. I thought it was on sale for $21, but the price was in the wrong spot, so I didn't notice it. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. I had one in there say happy birthday to me. I never did it. I didn't get anything. I didn't give it to myself. I don't even know what it was. I thought if I have a professional job, like what if I get a professional job and I can actually need to accessorize for real? And I thought, oh my god, maybe it's a sign. It's like I ordered professional clothes last year. As I just needed black pants. I ordered a lot of White House Black Market clothes, and I felt like don't sell any of it, just keep that all for the clothes that aren't the most modern clothes. So we had an inspection and it wore me out, so I haven't been doing any of the work that I should have been doing because of the inspection. To tape an envelope to the page of all your receipts. And I didn't put an envelope on. All this stuff is in here from the inspection. Just shoved everywhere. I'm gonna leave this out because I have 3 more receipts in my coat pocket, and there's one more in the bottom I think in the bottom of this bag. This is, I really want to do eBay stuff so I can declutter, but I have to do my charting and billing for my business, so that trumps everything since I'm home. And then that stuff is gonna have to be done it should be done by Friday, before Friday. So today, tomorrow, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and then Friday, Saturday. All this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But that's gonna be too much,